This is Joe Kushner. This is the Pathfinder Battle Miniatures. I just received my order today from Miniature Market. I ordered the dragon as well, but apparently he is shipped separately. Not pleased with that, but what are you going to do? These are pretty much arranged in numeric order. I'll try not to move the little thing too fast. It's not a great one. It's the built-in one with Toshiba. Oh, look at that. Guy already disconnected from his base, right? How do you like that? That came in the box like that, by the way. And I think that could be a slight potential problem. Just a slight one, though. Unless it happens with much greater frequency than I found it to in my own batches. I pretty much have at least one of every figure, and some of them I have multiples of. As you can see, the Minotaur is also face down. Not good. Good old ogre, trolls, giant spider, which is very good, by the way. Alright, now one of the things I'd like to mention is scale. I'm looking at the figures. I have to say I think the scale is wrong for some of them, but that's just my opinion based on my years of playing. This right here is an ogre. Ogre's a pretty neat figure. Crocodile Games has their own version. This one is metal pre-painted. Might be difficult to tell, but it's kind of bigger in its own methodology, in its own way. But perhaps more strange, the troll. The troll is like a little runty guy almost, which is definitely strange. The Etten is monstrous, towering over all the other figures. Way over them. Including the Frost Giant. And the Frost Giant here is missing his hand on purpose, because you can attach either a sword or an axe, and I haven't decided which one. In terms of individual sculpts, let me move up some of the ones I think are perhaps the better ones. And of course, they're all the bad guys, right? The Succubus, the Necromancer, Lich, and the Vampire. Now, one of the things I think is that, once again, talking about scale, that everyone's measure of scale will vary. That's another crocodile figure here. This is another crocodile figure here. This is another crocodile figure here. The thing I want to point out is that when you look at the figures from the Pathfinder set, and it may just be because they are the undead ones, but they are strictly scrawny, weak-looking, sickly, one might even say. This isn't true for all of the figures. That guy there, he looks like a dwarf, but he is a human rogue. Could just be because his hood is so massive, or because he has a cloak, which makes him look bigger than he is. Overall, generally satisfied. Think that there could be more detailed work on these figures. I'm going to pull out a Wizards of the Coast figure that I'm going to point out as a comparison. 1 second, please, while I gather a few of the Pathfinder figures for comparison purposes. Alright. This guy, right here. Look at that cloak. The details I painted on there, so I'm not even talking about that. But look at the folds. Good amount there, but nowhere near as rich or as deep. And if you look at these three, they're pretty generic, pretty bland, pretty unappealing. In terms of sculpting skill, this is going to vary, and it's going to vary a lot, but I think you have to really prepare yourself for what you're getting. The one on the rock is a Reaper pre-painted miniature. I did not touch that. The other one is Pathfinder Miniature. I know which one I prefer, and that is the one on the rock. It has larger wings, has a little bit more to it, and a little bit more detail. The real trick will be to see if Paizo and Wizkids can take what they've done here and improve on it. I would recommend that they build the figures into the base as opposed to putting them on separate slots into the base, because they gain nothing except for the potential for Minotaurs and guards to become undone in the base sets. The only other thing I might mention, and it's not a huge issue here, but duplicates. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are duplicates of each other. 1 is a duplicate, 2 is a duplicate, 3 is a duplicate, 4 is a duplicate. I don't mean they're all the same, I mean they're two sets. On the other hand, this is somewhat redeemed by the fact that you get 2 figures in each box here. Hopefully, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll see if I can get up different pictures. Don't expect too much out of the Toshiba, though. It is a weak beast at best, although it is useful for incidents like this. Joe Kushner, signing off.